Check. Hi, everyone, and a pleasant good afternoon to you wherever you may be. I am Tony Abatey. We are at Ty-Kohler Field this afternoon as the Fort Scott Greyhounds get ready to host the Neosho County Panthers today. Junior college softball here from Fort Scott on Duckbait TV. Thanks again for joining us this afternoon. So it should be a fun afternoon of softball today. Thanks for joining us. The first pitch delivered by Natalie Sewell is a little bit low for a ball, 1-0. Pitch is fouled back and out of play. Both of these teams come in tied for second in the Jayhawk Conference. The Greyhounds have been ranked this season earlier. Had a pretty good start to their year. Pitch is low and outside. Count goes to 2-1. Leading off for Neosho is Brinley Bancroft. And she's got a 3-1 count now. Sewell, this pitch is fouled off right side, not a play. Was the pitcher of the week this last week, I believe I saw, in the conference. So she had a great week this last week. Looking to keep things going this week. Greyhounds come in on a nice win streak here. This one's grounded out towards third. Picked up, throw to first is in time, and out number one. Ground ball foul. Off the right side. This is Emma West. Hitting second and now seeing a 1-2 count. The wind and the 1-2 pitch. Nice little off-speed pitch. It swung through and missed, so another strikeout, or a strikeout. First one of the afternoon for Natalie Sewell, the Greyhounds pitcher. So 2 outs in the top of the first. First pitch to the next batter, Addie Easter, is fouled out of play. So 1 ball and 1 strike now on Easter. And strike number 2. 2-2 the count. Pitch on the way. This is line to third base and a nice catch over there at third. Caroline Wilhelm making the catch for the Greyhounds, and that will retire Neosho here in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. At the end of half an inning, it's Neosho County nothing, and Fort Scott coming up. This is Fort Scott Greyhounds softball on Duckbait TV. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. Right. Welcome back. First pitch of the bottom of the first is in there for a strike. This is Grace Dingle, the left fielder, leading things off for the Greyhounds here in the bottom of the first. 0-1 pitch to her is a little bit low, and that'll even the count. And strike number 2. 2-2 pitch is on the way. This is it out towards left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Grace. That'll bring up Peyton Rivas, the second baseman today. Yeah. First pitch to Rivas is in there for a strike, 0-1. Pitch grounded foul at home plate. Rivas so far this season hitting .418 with an on-base percentage of .458. This one's roped foul down the left field line. Three home runs, 17 RBIs coming into today's game. Now an 0-2 count on the Greyhounds' second baseman. Here's the pitch. That one's outside. Snap throw to first. Not in time. It got past the first baseman, but not far enough for Grace to advance. Now another foul ball, just past first. Nobody out, one runner on. Here's the pitch. This is grounded out towards short. A slow roller. Throw to first is just in time. So tough luck there for Rivas, but Pingle does move up to second base. Now Julia Paisley steps in. Paisley, the shortstop for the Greyhounds. Takes a first pitch strike. Paisley hitting .330 on the season for Fort Scott. 4 home runs, 10 RBIs. Here's the 0-1. This one's lined to the pitcher out there, and they doubled off the runner at second base. It was a slow line drive. It didn't look, almost looked off the bat like it was going to get over the pitcher's head, but it was caught by Paisley, and then Pingle was doubled off second for the third out. So tough luck for the Greyhounds. They get a base runner, but don't get any more than that as we head to the second in just a few moments. This is Fort Scott Greyhounds softball. Still scoreless with Neosho here from Ty Kohler Field. So as we start the top of the second inning, first pitch is fouled off. And Natalia Sewell, we'll run through her stats in just a moment. But back out there again in the circle for the Greyhounds. Braxton Steenbrook is at the plate right now for Neosho. And now looks at a 2-1 count from Sewell. Here is the 2-1 pitch. This is grounded to third. Nice pick. Over to first, a little bit high, but in time. And that will retire Steenbrook to lead off the second inning. That'll bring Caitlin Myers to the plate. Myers is the first baseman today for Neosho. First pitch to her here in this at-bat is just off the outside, or just did catch the outside corner. 0-1. Nice pitch from Sewell there. Open stance for the left-handed batter. Here's the pitch. Fouled back to the screen, 0-2. Foul ball, but caught anyway by the Greyhounds. Nice job by Caroline Wilhelm. She's already made a couple of great plays at third base today. Grounded out towards short. Bad throw. Going to get away from the first baseman, and up to second will be the batter, Ainsley Morris. So with a runner on second, And 1 out. Here's the pitch, and that's hammered into left field. That's going to get down just off the glove. So 1 run will score for Neosho. And they take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the second. Want to know the count? Carson McHugh, the batter now. That one's in there for a strike, so 2 balls and 1 strike now on the batter, McHugh. Howard down at second now. And now 3-1 on the batter. Pitch is swung and missed. Runner goes down to third and will steal third. Count goes to 3-2 on the batter with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Line drive out towards center. That's going to get down for a base hit and another RBI or another run scoring for Neosho. That pitch catches the outside corner. Jessica Petrick is the batter right now for Neosho. High, 3 balls and 1 strike. Runner on first. Lay down a bunt. Pitcher's got it. Throw to first, not in time, and so everybody's safe. So runners on first and second now in the top of the second. 2 runs already in, and the lineup turns over to Brinley Bancroft. Bancroft, the Chanute native. This one's flared out towards shortstop. It's going to be reeled in by Fort Scott, and that'll finish off the top of the second, but not before 2 runs cross the plate for Neosho, and they lead it 2-0 over Fort Scott. We'll be back with the bottom of the second in just a moment. This is Fort Scott Greyhounds softball on Duckbait TV. Okay, I gotta find some napkins. Welcome back. Avery Ragsdale grounded out to the pitcher to lead off the bottom of the second for the Greyhounds. Now Landa up there, ground out to third. So a quick first couple outs here in the second inning. That'll bring center fielder Katie Thompson to the plate. First pitch to Katie is on the inside corner. This one's a line down the left field line. Will it stay fair? No. That wind is pretty strong out of right field coming across the field out of the south, basically blowing straight north, so out of right field blowing towards third base, and I'm sure that didn't help that ball down the left field line any. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes on Thompson. One-two pitch is a little bit low, and the count goes to 2-2. Grounded out in front of the plate. The pitcher comes off out of the circle to get it and throws it over to first, and that's the end of the second inning. So nothing doing for the Greyhounds in the second. We'll go to the third in just a few moments. It is 2-0 Neosho County. Fort Scott trailing. This is Fort Scott Greyhounds softball on Duckbait TV. So we're on to the top of the third inning now here at Ty-Kohler Field. First pitch is fouled back to the screen. Emma West steps in. She struck out swinging her first time. One ball and one strike now to West. Now 2-1. Pitch found back and out of play. Talia Sewell has pitched very well this season for the Greyhounds. I told you earlier she was Jayhawk Conference Pitcher of the Week this last week. This one's going to be fouled out of play. Waiting for it to hit the top of the press box. I don't think it did. Two balls and two strikes now. Here's the pitch. That one's just off the outside corner, so that'll fill the count now to West. Payoff pitch is fouled off at the plate. Three and two now the count. Here's the wind and the payoff pitch again from the lefty, Sewell, and it's fouled off right side. So West stays alive. Three-two pitch, check swing, but it's a ground out to first. Pitch to the second baseman is not quite in time. It was bobbled over there at first by Landa. Couldn't catch it cleanly, and the runner is safe. So Addie Easter will step in with a runner on first base now. And the count is 1-0. 1-0 pitch. Looked like an off-speed pitch, strung through and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. Easter lined out to third base her first time. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Throw down to second is not in time. A stolen base and a 1-2 count on the batter. A called third strike. Nice pitch. Way to come back for Sewell. Now with 1 out, Braxton Stainbrook will step back in. First pitch is bunted foul. Oh, 1 pitch now on the way. Swung through and missed. Nice pitch. 0-2 the count. Ground ball to short, pick. Nice job. Throw to first in time, and that's out number 2. Nice job by Paisley over there at short. And now Caitlin Myers steps back up. First pitch to her is fouled back to the screen. Myers at first base here in game 1 of the doubleheader. And she fouled out to third baseman Caroline Wilhelm, her first time. Swung and missed. 0-2 the count. Two pitch, a little bit outside. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Man, that wind really kicking up here at Tricolor Field. Probably hear it on our microphone. We are in the press box up here, swaying with every breeze of the wind as well. Here's pitch fouled back and out of play, 1-2. Beautiful Tricolor Field. It used to be the Fort Scott Tiger High School baseball field. There's the 1-2 pitch. This is flown out towards right field. Will it stay fair? It will not. It's going to go foul. And right fielder Haley Hance could not quite catch up to it. Just a long strike. Count remains 1-2. But after the LaRoche Field was built for the high school baseball team, Greyhounds able to make this their main softball field, and it is a beautiful field here, and a beautiful pitch there from Sewell as she gets Myers to strike out swinging, and that will end this 3rd inning. No runs, no hits in air, 1 runner left, and we'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. When you come back, this is Fort Scott Greyhounds softball, trailing Neosho County 2-0. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd in just a moment here on Duckbait TV. So the Greyhounds will have bottom of the order leading off the third inning here. Wilhelm takes the first pitch strike. That one's hit out towards left field, and that's going to go and gone. So a leadoff home run here in the third by Wilhelm. That'll get the Greyhounds on the board. And now Hance will step in. So Fort Scott gets one run back on the home run there for Wilhelm. First pitch to Hance is outside. That one's in there for a strike. Left-handed batter, almost all the way at front of the batter's box here. Pitch is in there for strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. One-two pitch on the way. This is hit out towards right field. The wind's going to hold that up, though, and it's going to be taken by the right fielder for Neosho. Cassidy Crockett will step in now, number 9 hole hitter. Designated player for today's game. First pitch, shortened the bunt, and takes the ball. This one's hit out towards the pitcher. Slow roller. Throw to first. Not in time. It gets away. Crockett will stay at first. Now they're checking with Crockett, make sure she's okay. Might have caught either the glove or part of the ball there. So runner on first, 1 out, bottom of the third. And Greyhounds will have Pingle leading or back at the plate. She's the leadoff batter in the order, but hitting for the second time today. And now sees a 2-0 count. Pitch misses outside. Three-0 pitch. That one's a called strike. And now 3-2. Grace singled her first time, but then was out on a double play to end the top of the first inning. This one's popped up in the air. It's going to be blown all the way back to the catcher. It looked off the bat like the pitcher was going to have a play, then third base, and it ended up being the catcher, Stainbrook, that made the play. That wind is nasty out there today. So now 2 outs for Peyton Rivas. Runner still on first. First pitch to Peyton is out of the zone. One ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch. So it's hit out towards right field. Get down, ball. It does. Nice base hit there for Rivas. Runners at first and second now with 2 outs. And now Julia Paisley steps in. Now we got a meeting at the mound, or excuse me, the circle. So it looks like maybe everybody from Neosho on the same page now and ready to go here. First pitch is in there for a strike. Catches the outside corner to Paisley. She lined into that double play to end the first. A soft line drive right back to the pitcher, and unfortunately caught Pingle too far off second base. Foul ball here, so 0-2 now the count. Neosho scored 2 unearned runs in the top of the second inning after Fort Scott got the first 2 outs. An error allowed Ansley Morris to reach. Neosho ended up with 2 runs in the inning. Fort Scott came back with a leadoff home run in the bottom of the third from Caroline Wilhelm, and that's where we stand right now, 2-1. Fort Scott trailing Neosho. Both of these teams very similar schedules or records so far this season. You see that on your screen there. Neosho coming in at 25-12 overall, 6-2 in the Jayhawk Conference. Fort Scott 24-12 overall, and 7-1 in the Jayhawk Conference. Here's the 0-2 pitch. So it's hit towards left field, and it's going to get through for a base hit. Everybody moves up 1 base, and the bases are now loaded with 2 outs here in the third. Now Avery Ragsdale steps in. She grounded out to the pitcher her first time. First pitch is in there for a strike. Eleanor Reich in the circle for Neosho. Kind of cruised through the first 2 innings, but has run into some trouble here from the Greyhounds in the third. Pitch is low. Ragsdale taking a moment to tie her shoe and to make sure that that's good to go. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This is hit out towards right field. Will it stay up? It's going to stay up too long, and be caught by the second baseman there for Neosho. So Fort Scott gets a run. They could have gotten more as they leave the bases loaded. We'll head to the fourth in just a few moments. Fort Scott trails Neosho 2-1 here at Ty Kohler Field. This is Greyhound softball on Duckbait TV. For them or us? Oh, okay. So as we head to the fourth inning, we got to switch at catcher. We'll tell you about that in just a moment as Ainsley Morris steps back in for Neosho. First pitch is taken low. She reached on an error her first time, came around to score the first run of the game. New catcher for the Greyhounds is Fort Scott native Jesse Comstock. Jesse getting some time behind the plate here in the fourth inning for the Greyhounds. This one's hit out towards center field. Coming in and making the play. Nice job by Katie Thompson to retire Morris. It looked like she played the wind pretty well on that one as well. Kind of got an angle on it. Came back towards it and made a nice catch. Pitch on the way, and it's high. First pitch to Lainey Howard. Howard also reached. She singled and came around to score the second Neosho run in the second inning. Here's a ball flied out towards right field. Coming in, and making the play is Haley Hance out in right field. That's one of those where if the wind wasn't blowing so much, probably would have been right at Haley. She wouldn't have had to move, but on a day like today, that wind was blowing it, knocking it down, and she was able to continue coming in and making the play. A couple of great defensive plays to start the inning for the Greyhounds. Now another pop-up, right side. It's going to be caught by the first baseman in foul territory, so a quick fourth for the Greyhounds as Carson McHugh will foul out to first baseman Maricela Landa. So like I said, a 1-2-3 fourth. Top of the fourth will take us to the bottom of the fourth in just a few moments. This is Fort Scott Greyhound softball on Duckbait TV. So Maricela Lando will lead things off for the Greyhounds here in the 4th inning. New pitcher for Neosho County, as they will send Paige Hutzel out there. Hutzel from Lyman, Colorado. First pitch is in there for a strike. Now 1-1. Popped up right field, and that's going to be caught by the right fielder. So now Katie Thompson steps in. Thompson 0 for 1 so far today. First pitch here is taken for a strike. Fort Scott trailing at 2-1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. First of 2 today. And now 0-2 the count on Thompson. She grounded out to the starting pitcher, Eleanor Reich, her first time. Now takes one low, 1-2. Tried to check her swing, but couldn't. Throw down to first to complete it as the pitch was low. And it's a strikeout. So now 2 outs for Caroline Wilhelm, who homered her first time. That led off the last inning. Fort Scott was eventually able to get the bases loaded in that 3rd inning. Couldn't score any more runs. But we'll see if Caroline can jumpstart the Greyhounds here in this inning, and she gets a ringing single to right field with 2 outs. So now Hallie Hance will step back up. And the first pitch she sees is hit foul and out of play. So the count goes to 0-1 on Hance. Now 1-1 the count. This one's fouled off left side. Count goes to 1-2. Wind is kind of moving around a little bit. Times it looks like it's coming straight out of center field, right towards us, which would be more out of the southeast. Times it switches back around and comes straight out of the south. Here's a ground ball to short. Nice pick and over to first, and that'll retire the Greyhounds here in the 4th. They get a hit, strand a runner, and still trail 2-1 as we head to the 5th in just a few moments. This is Fort Scott Greyhound Softball on Duck Bay TV. So as we lead off the top of the fifth, it'll be Jessica Petrick, the center fielder, leading things off for Neosho. First pitch is taken for a strike. Petrick singled on a bunt her first time back in the second. Takes a pitch high here. It's 1-1. Now 2-1 as that pitch is a little bit low. Two-one pitch just off the outside corner. Jesse Comstock, the catcher, trying to frame that for Greyhounds. Here's the 3-1. Excuse me, 3-1. That's off the inside corner. And it'll be a walk to lead off the fifth inning. First pitch is a strike. Throw down to second is not in time. Excuse me, first pitch was a ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's bunted, but foul. Bancroft 0 for 2 so far today. He's grounded out and popped out. 1-1 the count. No, 0-2 the count. So the first pitch was a strike. Thought that's what he called initially. They've got 1-1 on the scoreboard over there. Here's the pitch. This one's popped up. Right side coming in. Making the catch is the right fielder. Nice job by Hallie Hance to make another running catch. And that'll be out number 2. Excuse me, out number 1 in the fifth inning. So Emma West steps in now. Runner on second, 1 out. First pitch misses, 1-0. 1-0 pitch from Sewell is just off the inside corner. Here's the 2-0. Nice breaking pitch that catches the zone, 2-1. Two-one pitch on the way. This is grounded towards short. Nice pick over to first. Not quite in time, though, as West able to beat it out. On to third is Petrick. So runners on the corners, and now we've got a meeting on the infield for the Greyhounds. Still 2-1. Fort Scott trailing by 1. And that'll be Addie Easter stepping in. So short and a bunt. Runner goes from first. Pitch was in there for a strike, it looked like. Runner down to second on a stolen base, Emma West. So runners on second and third now. Still just one out. Swing away. It's popped up foul, but back into the screen. Oh, and 2 the count. Easter shortening to bunt, but will pull the bat back here. Swings away and misses. So a strikeout. We'll record the second out of the 5th inning. Runner still on second and third. 2-1, Neosho County with the lead. So we play here in the top of the 5th. First pitch is high to Stainbrook. One-0 pitch that's hammered into center field. That might score 2. Here comes the throw. It is going to be keeping the runner at third. So nice job by Fort Scott as Katie Thompson got that ball in from center field very quickly. Stainbrook does move down to second on the throwback into the plate. But 1 run scoring, that's it. That one's hammered down the right field line. Here comes the throw. 1 run is in. 2 runs will score as the throw is up the third base line just a little bit. So 3 runs have crossed the plate now here in the inning for the Greyhound, or for the Panthers. They now lead at 5-1. And we are going to get a pitching change. So Natalia Sewell, who had such a great week last week, pitcher of the week in the conference. A little bit of a struggle here in game 1 of this one today. New pitcher will be Ava Blanton, freshman from Gardner, Kansas. First batter she will face will be Ansley Morris. First pitch is in there for a strike. So Blanton so far this season has made 11 appearances. This will be her 12th appearance. 28 1/3 innings pitched. She's given up 26 hits, 22 runs. 21 of them earned runs. She's walked 18, struck out 15. Her ERA is 5.19. Looking to get out of the jam here in this inning for the Greyhounds. Now has a 1-2 count on the batter Morris, who is officially 0 for 2 today. She reached on an error in the second. Fouls this one off here. Also flew out to center field to lead off the 4th. Count remains 1-2. 5-1. 5-1 is the score. Neosho with the lead. Here's a ball flying out to left field. Coming over and making the play near the line is Pingle, so that'll retire the side here. But 3 runs cross the plate for Neosho in the inning. And that will increase their lead to 5-1. We'll take a short break and come back with the bottom of the 5th in just a moment. This is Fort Scott Greyhound Softball on Duckbait TV. So leading off the bottom of the 5th is number 8, Cassidy Crockett. The number 9 batter in the order for the Greyhounds. Be Cassidy, then back to the top with Grace Pingle and Peyton Rivas. If anybody gets on, we'll see Julia Paisley once again. First pitch in this at-bat is low. They say an illegal pitch, maybe? Sounded like the first base umpire said she didn't come all the way set, but either way, it's 1-0. That one's in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch. This is grounded short. Throw to first is in time. Nice play by the shortstop there for Neosho. Grace Pingle now steps in. She is 1 for 2 today. Singled in the first. Popped out to the catcher her last time. This is another ground ball to short. Ansley Morris making quick work of the Greyhounds out at shortstop today. As she gets another ground out there, and now Peyton Rivas steps in. First pitch to Rivas is high. Ball 1. One 0 pitch. This one's hit out towards right field, going back on it and making the play. Here's the right fielder, McHugh, out number 3. And that'll retire the Greyhounds in order here in the 5th. So we'll go to the 6th in just a few moments. This is Fort Scott Greyhounds softball. They trail 5-1 to Neosho County here. We'll head to the 6th in just a moment on Duckbait TV. So as we head to the 6th, first pitch on the way to Laney Howard. And now they're saying 2-0. Now a ground ball foul. Two balls and one strike. Here's the pitch. This one's popped up on the infield. Over to short. Nice play there by Paisley, and that'll retire Howard for the first out of the 6th inning. First pitch on the way. This one's popped up as well on the infield. Coming over, making the catch is the pitcher, Ava Blanton. So quickly, 2 outs here in the inning. Fort Scott needs a quick top of the inning, get those bats back up there as they trail at 5-1 here in the 6th. First pitch is in there for a strike to Jessica Petrick. That one misses the strike zone and evens the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Bunted foul. Count goes to 1-2. Just off the outside corner. And that'll even the count. Deuces on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning. Fort Scott trailing Neosho County 5-1. Here's the pitch. Grounded right side. Picked by the second baseman. A little scoop to first, and that's out. Number 3. Nice play by Peyton Rivas there at second base for the Greyhounds. So 1-2-3-6 will take us to the bottom of the inning. Still 5-1. Neosho County leading the Fort Scott Greyhounds. This is Greyhound Softball on Duck Bait TV. So Julia Paisley will lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th for the Greyhounds. Fort Scott, just 6 outs to play with here. As we near the end of Game 1. We'll have Game 2 for you also this afternoon here on Duck Bait TV, so stay tuned for that. Pitches off the inside corner, 2-0. Now the count. Paisley takes a strike. The 1 and the 2-1 fouled off at the plate. And that'll even the count. Nobody out. Bottom of the 6th. Greyhounds needing 4 runs in the next 6 outs. Here's the pitch. Swung through. Did she get a piece of it? She did. So that'll foul it off at the plate. And Paisley stays alive. Two on the way. Grounded right side. Picked by the second baseman over to first in plenty of time. That's out number 1. Now Avery Ragsdale will come back in to hit for the Greyhounds. Jesse Comstock has played the last 2 or 3 innings behind the plate for the Greyhounds, but Ragsdale back in to hit. First pitch to Ragsdale is a little bit low. 1-0. 1-0 pitch. That one's grounded just foul. It was a check swing by Ragsdale at the plate, and it just did miss the base at first. Pitch on the way. This one's grounded foul again past first base. Ragsdale 0 for 2 so far today. Grounded out in the second, popped out in the third. 1-2 pitch on the way. This one's hit out towards second, but on a line. And caught for out number 2. So Maricela Landa will step back up. She's also 0 for 2 today. Greyhounds have been handcuffed by the Neosho pitching for the most part this afternoon. Pitch missed a little bit low, 1-0. Caroline Wilhelm is 2 for 2. She had a home run for the only Greyhound run so far here in Game 1. And a single her second time up. That pitch is in there for a strike. Grounder left side, picked by the shortstop. Throw is high, but they get the tag down in time, and that's out number 3. Another 1-2-3 half inning for the Greyhound hitters. Still 5-1 Neosho County. We'll go to the 7th in just a moment. This is Fort Scott Greyhounds softball on Duckbait TV. So it looks like Ragsdale back in at catcher as well here. We'll stay in at catcher again for the Greyhounds as we go to the 7th inning. Neosho will send the top of the order back to the plate. First pitch to Brinley Bancroft is high and outside. 1 ball and no strikes from Avery Blanton. who is in relief of Natalia Sewell this afternoon. This one's hit down the left field line. It's going to drift into foul territory, but a nice catch! What a play by Grace Pingle over there. And that's out number one. One 0 pitch on the way, and it's bunted right out in front of the plate. Throw down to first is not in time. Emma West showing that speed again, as she's been on base now 3 times. Couple of hits. And now Addie Easter steps back up. She's the DP today for Neosho. Runner down to second. And a stolen base. Neosho trying to add on here. Pitch on the way. This is grounded. Oh, was it caught? It was. Nice play by Wilhelm at third again. It looked like that ball was going to bounce before it got to her, but she got up underneath it, made the catch, and that's out number 2. Pitch is low. First pitch to Braxton Stainbrook. 1-0 pitch is a little bit high. Stainbrook with the working cattle gloves as her batting gloves. Those are making a comeback. Before batting gloves, that was what you used. Here's a pitch down the left field, or hit down the left field line, fouling out of play. Two 1-0 on the way. That one's in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning. Fort Scott trailing by 4. Would like to remain trailing by 4, heading to the bottom of the inning. This one's fouled back right at us. Two-two, that's outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that one's low, so we'll walk. Now Caitlin Myers steps in. First pitch misses the zone, 1-0. Open stance for the left-handed hitter. She looks at a breaking pitch that does catch the zone, 1-1. One pitch. That one's outside. 2-1 pitch. That one's way outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Nope, it misses. So the bases are now loaded. Still 2 outs in the inning. Now Ansley Morris will come back up. She is 0 for 3 so far today. Reached on an error her first time. Came around to score the first Neosho run. She's also flied out to center field and flied out to left field. First pitch here is taken high. It's hammered, but foul. One ball and 1 strike. 2 outs, bases loaded for Neosho County here in the top of the 7th inning. They lead it 5-1 over the Greyhounds. Here's the pitch. That one's a little bit outside as well. 2-1. This one's fouled off at the plate. Two balls and 2 strikes now. Here is the pitch. Hammered down the left field line, but foul. Two balls and 2 strikes. Here's the wind and the pitch. Another ball hit foul down the left field line. And a swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Blanton, and that'll get the Greyhounds out of the inning here. So at the end of 6.5, it's still 5-0 Neosho. 5-1, 5-1 Neosho. We head to the bottom of the 7th. See if the Greyhounds can get it tied or walk it off when we come back. So leading off the bottom of the 7th for the Greyhounds, will be Katie Thompson. She'll be followed by Caroline Wilhelm and Hallie Hance. First pitch is fouled off right side. 0-1. And now 1-1 as that pitch is a little bit high. 1-1 pitch. This is hit into center field. Coming on and making the play is a center fielder, Petrick. And now Wilhelm steps up. Caroline is 2 for 2 and has been the main bright spot in the Greyhound lineup so far here in game 1. She homered to lead off the third. That was the only Greyhound run so far. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. That one's high. One pitch on the way. This one's fouled off and out of play. One ball and 2 strikes. On the batter, Wilhelm. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one's low. Wilhelm shortening the bunt, now pulls the bat back. Here's the pitch. This one's hit out towards center field, going back, now coming back in as the wind knocks that down a little bit. Making the play is Petrick. So 2 outs. First pitch a little bit low. To Hallie Hance. She is 0 for 2 today. Flied out to right field and grounded out to the shortstop. 1-0 pitch. That one's high and outside. Ball 2. Pitch. That one's hammered into right center field. Going out there and, making the play. What a nice play to chase that down is Petrick. And she will retire the Greyhounds here in the 7th. Oh, so they called a legal pitch on the pitcher. So we'll have to redo it. So a nice play in center field will not count now. I think they're saying, trying to read some sign language here, that she's not coming completely set before delivering the pitch. So 3-0 the count now on Hance. Here's the pitch. A little bit high. So a 2-out walk. Now Cassidy Crockett steps in. First pitch to her is off the outside corner. Crockett reached on an error first time back in the third. She's also grounded out to short. Two and 0 now. After what became a 4-pitch walk to Hance after the illegal pitch. Now time called as Paige Hutzel has lost the zone a little bit. The infield will come together without their coach this time. Wind up the 3-0 pitch. Does catch the outside corner, 3-1. Now 3-1. This is grounded foul past third. And we'll fill the count. Three-two pitch on the way. Runner goes, and it's ball 4. So a couple of walks now. And we'll see another new pitcher here for Neosho County. So we will see a new pitcher for Neosho. So Gracie Turner will be the new pitcher for Neosho. She has made, this will be her 19th appearance in the circle. 77 innings pitched. She's given up 86 hits, 47 runs. Only 39 of them have been earned runs. She walked 14, struck out 52. Her ERA is 3.55. First pitch misses the strike zone to Grace Pingle, leadoff batter. This one's fouled off to the screen. Pingle 1 for 3 so far today. Singled her first time. Since then has popped out to the catcher and grounded out to short. This one's fouled off and out of play. Fort Scott trying to rally. They trail at 5-1 here in the bottom of the 7th, down to their final out. But they've been that way for a little while. Holly Hance had 2 outs and nobody on. She walked after an illegal pitch on a ball that was flying out to center field, right center field. nearly to the wall. Normal day, it might have been a home run, but it was caught and then called an illegal pitch. She eventually walked, and then Cassidy Crockett also walked, and now 2-2 the count on the batter Pingle. She'll foul that pitch off, so the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and 2 on here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Again, Fort Scott trailing this one 5-1. Neosho scored 2 unearned runs in the second, and 3 more runs in the 5th. This one's found out of play. The only Fort Scott run coming on a Caroline Wilhelm homer in the 3rd. That's where we stand right now, 5-1. Fort Scott trailing, needing the comeback here. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Looked like a rise ball she couldn't lay off. And Neosho comes away with the victory here in Game 1. So we'll get things totaled up and get you ready for the second game in just a moment here. All right, so your totals here so far, or for the first game here today. Fort Scott falling to Neosho County. Again, the final score 5-1. Neosho County 5 runs on 7 hits, 1 error, 7 runners left on base. Fort Scott 1 run on 5 hits, 2 errors, 6 runners left on base. Eleanor Wright gets the win, 2-1, as she improves to 2-1 on the season. Natalia Sewell gets the loss for Fort Scott, falls to 13-5 overall. And then Gracie Turner got her first save, according to Neosho stats. I believe she got the save here this afternoon, coming in with runners on first and second there. But anyway, that's what we got. Fort Scott falls to 24-13 overall, 7-2 in the league. Neosho improves to 26-12 overall and 7-2 in the league. This one took right about an hour and 40 minutes to complete. And that's all we got for game one here today. Huge thanks to all of our sponsors that have helped us out so far this season. Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact Jamie by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com. Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300. H2 Painting LLC, the right way the first time. Look them up on Facebook at facebook.com/H2PaintingSEK or call them at 620-605-2769. Chad Cousins is your local 1842 Wealth Management Financial Advisor. Contact Chad for more information by email at chad@1842wealth.com or call Chad at 620-215-9240. Look. Highway 3 has modern personalized fleece name blankets along with fun and unique personalized gifts. You can also now find Highway 3 products at several retail stores in the area. For more information, follow their Facebook page at facebook.com/shophighway3 or check out their website, shophighway3.com. State Farm agent Cale Nelson is your local agent for home and auto. Contact Cale for a quote by visiting Cale's website at calenelson.com or give Cale a call at 620-224-2828. And Joey Fritter is a loan officer with Open Mortgage. Open Mortgage is a multi-channel mortgage lender believing that better is possible, constantly striving to bring a better mortgage experience to everyone. Joey can assist you when buying a home from start to finish. Her office is located at 1 East Wall Street in Fort Scott, so call today to get pre-qualified for a home loan at 620-644-8146. Well, that's all we got for game one here today. We will take a short break. We're going to stop the broadcast and then restart it again in just a little bit for game two. So if you're following with us and want to watch game two, make sure to refresh your, give us about 15 minutes or so, and then refresh your device, whatever you're watching us on, and we should be ready for game two at that point. So thanks for joining us here on Duckbait TV. Again, stay tuned. We've got game two coming up in just a few moments as the Fort Scott Greyhounds try to get back on the winning track as they lose game one 5-1 to Neosho County. Thanks for watching.